Alright, so my truck has been down for about 6 months or so now, and then I was using the farm truck, and that one's down now, so we have no trucks. In just a short amount of time here, we're going to need to pull that trailer to go get seed, move the skid loader around, clean out the barn, I'll start a fertilizer for the planter, all that good stuff. So I tried to start this truck a week ago. I put a battery charger on it all night, and the batteries are toast. So got a couple new batteries. We're gonna get those in. We're gonna try and get this started and get it over to my buddy's shop. Alright, she hasn't started like 6 months. Let's see what happens. That's not good. We got nothing. How come we got nothing? Okay, so I've been checking voltages and everything, trying to figure out why I have nothing inside. Then I came over here, behind the air filter, down here, and I saw this little black thing. I'm still not 100% sure what that is. But I thought, well, maybe I have a bad connection. So I grabbed this wire. Oh, I'm guessing that's why I have no power in the cab. So we're going to try and fix that and see if we can get this going. Well, I need some parts and some tools to finish fixing the battery cables in my truck. So I'm going to head over to my buddy's place where the brown farm truck is and try and get that started, get it over to the farm, get it in the heated shop, and start tearing that apart. It's been sitting here for a couple months since we figured out that there's a problem in the rear differential in this truck. You can only drive it in four-wheel drive. So, yeah, it's been sitting here for a couple months. I'm pretty sure it has straight number 2 in it. And I'm pretty sure it's gelled. I'll go dump some 911 in it and see if we can get it running. Ethanol. So if you watched my Shopco video, this building light might look familiar. This used to be Shopco. It's now a farm and ranch store. Alright. I think I should just use some 911. Or should I get some hows too? I'll just put some 911 in for now. Alright. Pulled the filter. Whoops. We're gonna dump a little 911 all over the engine compartment. And then I'm gonna dump a little 911 right into the filter housing. I should probably do it. And then we'll go around. The rest in here. Now I'll put the filter back in, let this sit a few minutes, cycle the key to cycle the fuel pump, see if we can get it to mix around a little bit, see if we can get it running. Well, it's a beautiful day today. We're out at the farm today, now at the heated shop. We're going to start tearing apart the brown farm truck and see if we can get the rear end figured out, what's going on. Get in there, see what parts we need to order, and get that thing fixed. So we have a farm truck to drive. So you can see we got it started. We got it drove over here. Took another day. Turns out when I took the fuel filter off, to put the 911 in there. When I put the fuel filter back on, the O-ring wasn't in there just right, so it was sucking air. That's why we couldn't get it started. So we got it home now. We're gonna start tearing into it, see what we can do. Our shop isn't the biggest shop, as you can see, but it's warm. It's very warm. Nice warm heated floor. It's nice to work in here in the winter. It was 2 degrees this morning when I got up. It's, I don't know, in the 20s now. It doesn't feel too bad, sun's shining. So I'll get this jacked up, set up a camera here so you can see what's going on, and we'll start tearing into this. Well, if you're new to my channel or haven't watched the intro to my channel, besides farming and my full-time job, I resell also. I do online sales and things like that. So once you start doing that, you're accustomed to looking for bargains. You just kind of seek them out. You find them. So one day I was in a parts store for my full-time job, and I walk in, there's a table full of random stuff. So I asked the guy, I said, what's all this stuff sitting here? He goes, that's our clearance table. And there was all these gallons, Shell Rotella. It's straight grade, it's straight 30, but it's a diesel grade oil. And I said, how much for these? He said, well, they're usually about 75% off. Let me look. So he pulls it up. It was $4, a couple cents a gallon. That's $1 a quart. I said, I can't beat that. So I bought them all. I had 12. So I got 12 gallons of oil. I thought it was a great deal. Anyone have these Milwaukee tools? These things are pretty much amazing. That sure beats hauling an air hose around. Well, I may have found the problem. It's not supposed to move like that. I'd say we have a bearing in need of replacement at the very minimum. Well, let's tear this apart, see what we find. All right, so I got the bolts out. I'd say there's a problem with the axle. This tube doesn't look very good. We may have to put a whole new differential in this guy. Look at the bearings, those are nice. So I'm not really sure what happened here. If the bearings went out, which put added stress on the axle and caused it to break, or if the axle broke and got some metal shavings in the bearings, caused the bearings to go out. I'm not really sure the events that happened here, but obviously we have an issue, so I'm gonna start tearing this apart and see how bad the damage is. Since I can't hold it and a camera and a wire brush at the same time, let's just use the vise. Can we read that? Synthetic oil only. I think that's the wrong tag. We get the other one. Okay, this tag was a little more brittle and tried to bend when I put it in the vise, so it's hard to see here, but that is a 3L, which means limited slip, 7.3. So it's got 373 limited slip in it. So that is what we will be looking for a new axle. Well, this is taking much longer than I thought it was going to get these two trucks fixed, so I'm going to end this video here and stay tuned for the next video.